Hi friends, welcome to Yuvaguru Maths Olympiad videos. We have theory and practical separate videos. Theory covers the concepts, practical covers the solved examples. Here we are focusing on theory. So let's start. The topic is polynomials. These theory and practical videos are useful for CBSE, ICSE, various state boards across India and outside India as well. Anyone who wants to deal in maths needs to download this app. So the topic is polynomials, but actual topic is polynomials in one variable x only. So we will be focusing only on one variable. There can be a polynomial in two variables, okay, but we don't have that for study. A polynomial in one variable x is an algebraic expression of the form. See, this is the expression px equals to an x raised to n plus an minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus an minus 2 x raised to n minus 2. It goes on and on and on up to what? Up to the point it comes out to be a2 x raised to 2 plus a1 x raised to 1 plus a0 x raised to 0. Okay, where a0, a1, a2 are constants and an not equal to 0. That is important. Okay, power must be in whole numbers, means this should not be 1.1, 1.2, it should not be like that. This number 2 or 1 over here, these are known as coefficients, but 4 is not a coefficient, 4 is a constant. Remember this. Okay, the several parts of the polynomial separated by plus or minus operations are called the terms of the expression. So these are the terms 1, 2, 3 separated by minus and plus. How many terms does this expression have? This has 3 terms 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now types of polynomials. Constant polynomial. A polynomial containing one term only consisting of a constant is called as a constant polynomial. Like if it contains only 4, then constant polynomial or nothing else. Each real number is a constant polynomial. Okay. Zero polynomial. A polynomial consisting of one term, namely 0 only, is called a zero polynomial. Means if it is only 0, then it's a zero polynomial. There is no other term, only one number, and that is also 0. So that is zero polynomial. If it's constant number, then it's constant polynomial. Monomial. Polynomials having only one term are called as monomials. Mono means single. Suppose there is only x cube, nothing else, then it's called a monomial. Binomial. Polynomials having only two terms are called as binomials. Bi means 2. See this, x square plus x, 2 terms, y raised to 30 plus root 2. See, this is also a binomial. Why? Because there are two terms, one is with y and second is constant. Third is this, 5x square y plus 6xz. These are also binomials. See, these are not in single variables, but they are given as an example to you. This example is not suitable for at your level. Okay, basically remember two terms should be there, that's it. It can be minus also in between, it should not be only plus. Trinomial. Polynomials having 3 terms are called as trinomials. Quite simple, like 2, now 3, x raised to 4 plus x cube plus root 2, mu raised to 43 plus mu raised to 7 plus mu, 8y minus 5xy plus 9xy square. These are all trinomials. Degree of polynomial. The degree of a polynomial. Highest power of a variable in the polynomial is the degree of the polynomial. Highest power, see this, of the variable x raised to 4 x cube, which is the highest, x raised to 4. So degree of this polynomial is 4. This mu 43 is the highest power. So mu 43 is the degree of this polynomial. In this, see this, this is y, this is xy, this is xy square. So combined highest power. Combined means what? Y's power is 2 highest and x's power is 1. in the same, it should be in the same combination. So 2 plus 1, 3, right? So highest power is 3 over here. Here what is it? X raised to 1, y raised to 1. If you add them, what happens? 2. Here x raised to 1, y raised to 2. If you add them, what happens? 3. So highest power is 3 over here. Okay, add the powers of x and y and then combine them. Okay. See this. In case of polynomial in one variable, the highest power of variable is called the degree of the polynomial, right? Just now what we said, the same thing is getting repeated. See this, highest power x raised to 4 here. In one variable it is. Now in two variables, two or more variables, in case of polynomial in more than two variables, the sum of the powers of the variables in each term is taken up and highest sum so obtained is called the degree of the polynomial, right? When two are there, sum added x square, y square, add them, total becomes 4. So highest power is 4, degree is 4. The degree of a non-zero constant polynomial is 0 always. Okay. The degree of a zero polynomial is not defined. This is very important. Okay. Next is linear polynomial. A polynomial of a degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. See this. X plus root 7 is a linear polynomial. Why? What is the degree of this? Highest variable is x raised to 1 only. That's why it's linear polynomial. Quadratic means a polynomial of the degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. See this, xy. Combine them, x raised to 1, y raised to 1. So addition is 2. Y raised to 1, z raised to 1. Addition is 2. See, there can be more than two variable combinations where the total becomes same. So degree becomes of both. It's not that one we take it of 1 and we leave it of 1. If it's combined, then you can take it any. Okay, z raised to 1, x raised to 1, total is 2. So degree is 2. So quadratic polynomial, it becomes a quadratic polynomial. Now cubic. A polynomial of degree 3 is called as cubic polynomial. See this, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. See this, x cube. Degree is 3. Okay. Value of a polynomial. Value of a polynomial px at x equals to a is p raised pa. Means what? See this example will clarify the doubt. Px equals to x square plus 2x plus 6, right? Now if I put x equals to a, means x equals to 2 in this. Therefore this becomes p2. Therefore p2 equals to 2 square plus 2 into 2 plus 6. So that is 14. So that is the value of the polynomial p2. Okay, that's the meaning. Zeros of a polynomial. Zeros means basically factors. Zeros of a polynomial is a number such that pa equals to 0. When you input the value of this x equals to 2 in this, the answer should come out to be 0. Only then you call 2 as a factor. Okay. So not 2 actually, you call x minus 2 as one of the factors. Okay. So zeros of a polynomial px is a number such that pa equals to 0. 0 may be the 0 of the polynomial. See this, 0 means, remember this word, factor. Okay. 0 may be the factor of the polynomial. Every linear polynomial has one and only one factor. Factor of a polynomial is also called the root of the polynomial. A non-zero constant polynomial has no factor. Every real number is a factor of a zero polynomial. Polynomial can have more than one factor. Remember, replace this word 0 by factor and then you'll understand it better. The maximum number of factors of a polynomial is equal to its degree. Means this. See this, x square plus 2x plus 6. How many factors can it have maximum? Highest degree is 2. So only 2 factors it can have. Here cube. So only 3 factors it can have. Now remainder theorem and factor theorem. These two are very important. Let Px be any polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1, and let A be any real number. If Px is divided by linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is Pa. Means what? See this, you have already studied the value of the polynomial. That and this remainder theorem is almost same. See this, x square plus 2x plus 6 is a polynomial and it is divided by x equals to 2. So we don't divide it like x equals to 2. We divide it by x minus 2. Take 2 on this side and it becomes minus on the left side. Okay, so it becomes x minus 2 equals to 0. So divide x square plus 2x plus 6 by x minus 2, and when you divide this x square plus 2x plus 6 by x minus 2, the answer which you get is P2, means this 14. Answer means remainder. Remainder which you get is this P2. That is the meaning of this whole remainder theorem. You will understand this better when you solve the examples. We have separate videos, practical videos, where examples are solved. Kindly follow them. Next is factor theorem. Let Qx be polynomial of a degree n greater than 1 and a be any real number. Then x minus a is a factor of Qx if Qa equals to 0. See this, a remainder theorem and factor theorem are almost same. Remember, was only one thing if you remember, both are same. How? Here only remainder is 14. Now if this remainder 14 would have been P2 equals to 0, if this would have been 0, then what can you say? Then you can say that this x minus 2 is a factor of x square plus 2x plus 6. So that is the meaning of this sentence. X minus a is a factor of Qx if Qa equals to 0, means this P2 equals to 0, then x minus 2 is a factor of x square plus 2x plus 6. That is the meaning. Second, if Qa equals to 0, then x minus a is a factor of Qx. These two are vice versa. Okay. So if Qa equals to 0, then you can say it is a factor, and if x minus a is a factor, then you can say Qa will be 0. Both are one and the same thing, vice versa. Next, factorization of quadratic polynomials. How? There are three methods of factorization. Factorization means what? Breaking. Factors means breaking. You have to break them. See this, you will find this over here, x square plus lx plus m. What are we doing? We are doing something, and in the end we are breaking it into 2. That's the meaning of factorization, breaking into smaller parts. So how that can be done? That can be done through three ways. First is splitting the middle term. Suppose a quadratic equation x square plus lx plus m, where l and m are constants. Split the middle term lx, say this, such that ax plus bx, so that ab equals to m, means it should be, addition should come out to be lx, and if you multiply a and b, the answer should be this last term m. That is the meaning of this. Let's say x square plus 2x plus 1. Okay, split them, x square plus 2x plus 1. How to split them? X square plus 2x can become 1x plus 1x, right? 2x can become 1x plus 1x. So 1 plus 1 becomes 2. See this, ax plus bx. So it becomes lx, and a into b equals to m. So 1 into 1 equals to this last term, 1 only. So that is also satisfied. So x square plus 1x plus 1x plus 1. Then the factors become x plus 1 the whole square. Two factors, x plus 1 into x plus 1. It will be like that. You will understand this better when you solve the practical examples. Okay. Download this practical videos also. In this app there are many solved problems are there. Second is using by factor theorem. Suppose ax square plus bx plus c be any quadratic polynomial, Let two factors be x minus alpha and x minus beta. These are the factors. Factors means what? The answer P of alpha will be 0, right? That factor theorem. So what it becomes? A into x minus alpha into x minus beta equals to ax square plus bx plus c. So solve this. What you get is ax square plus minus a into alpha plus beta into x plus a into alpha beta equals to ax square plus bx plus c. Now by equating the coefficients of x and the constant term, we get alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a and alpha beta equals to c upon a. This term is very important. You will get it so many times in while solving the problems. On simplifying, we get the values of alpha and beta. Always remember this term, this alpha beta. This alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a, alpha beta equals to c upon a. Third is factorization of cubic polynomials. The splitting middle term method is not applicable for cubic polynomials. It's need to find at least one factors first and then adjust the given polynomial such that it becomes the product of term in which one of them is that factor and the other is a quadratic polynomial. See this, splitting middle term is not possible, right? For cubic means what? X cube. The splitting middle term is possible only up to x square. So what do we do in terms of cubic? In terms of cubic, what we do is we first find a factor, one factor, and then related to x only, linear factor we find out. So the other factor becomes x, one is x minus 2, x minus 3, whatever it is. So other factor becomes a quadratic equation then. So it becomes one linear and one quadratic, like that we find. We split the cubic term into one linear into one quadratic, and then we solve the quadratic again to find two more factors. So it becomes three factors, one linear, then another linear and third linear. Okay, this is possible only when you solve the practical problems. Okay, that's why again I say download this app, practical videos. There you will understand it better. Now few algebraic identities. An algebraic identity is an algebraic equation that is true for all values of variables occurring in it. Means put any value, so it will be true. Let's see. X plus y the whole square equals to x square plus 2xy plus y square. You have to remember all these. Second is x minus y the whole square equals to x square minus 2xy plus y square. X square minus y square equals to x plus y into x minus y. X plus a into x plus b equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Now this is important. X plus y plus z the whole square equals to x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. X plus y the whole cube equals to x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into x plus y. Or there is another way also to remember, x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. Go on reducing x and go on increasing y. Similarly over here also, x minus y the whole cube, x cube minus y cube minus 3 into 3xy into x minus y. X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xy equals to, this is very tough and very important. One of the question comes in the difficult section. So x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz equals to x plus y plus z into x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx, bracket close. If x plus y plus z equals to 0, then x cube plus y cube plus z cube equals to 3xyz. See this, if x plus y plus z becomes 0, then the whole term becomes 0, and this 3xyz comes on this side. So this becomes x cube plus y cube plus z cube equals to 3xyz. So that was the theory on polynomials. Download Yuvaguru Olympiad app from Play Store to get these videos, tests, lectures, question banks with explanations directly on your mobile. These video lectures contain theory and practical both. Both this theory and practical combinedly are useful for CBSE, ICSE, various state boards across India and outside India as well. Anyone who deals in maths needs to download this Yuvaguru Maths Olympiad app. So follow us on Facebook on this link, WhatsApp us on this number for any query related to purchases. Keep studying, keep watching. Thanks.